Hello everyone, my name is Karan Agarwal and I am from Computer Science and Engineering Department third year. So today I will be going to present my seminar topic which is Introduction to Cloud Computing, and in this presentation I will give you the basic idea of what is cloud computing all about. So let's start. As you can see, this is the table of contents which shows the topics which I will discuss in this presentation. Firstly, I will make you clear what is cloud all about, what is cloud computing, then attributes of cloud computing and its essential characteristics. Then we will move on to cloud architecture, deployment models, cloud service model, and then finally the conclusion. Firstly, the question arises, what is cloud? What most of the common people think is that their data is getting stored in the real cloud that we see in the sky. That's funny, right? But what we engineers know that that's presently it's not possible. So for us, cloud is basically the network of servers that are accessible over the internet. These servers can be accessed from anywhere and hence the name cloud. So the online applications that we are using actually are running on a cloud server. So cloud servers are located in data centers all over the world. By using cloud computing, users and companies don't have to manage physical servers themselves. They can make use of these cloud servers to run their software applications and make use of powerful machines without having to invest on physical servers. So that's the one of the biggest benefit of cloud computing and hence cloud. As we have clearly understood what is cloud, so now cloud computing is all about providing computing services like servers, data storage over the internet. So there are some third party companies who provide servers and applications accessible over the internet. So for example, let us say that we want to perform some large complicated computing tasks which are not supported by our own machine. So in such a case, you can make use of cloud computing. So what we can do is that we can make use of those cloud servers which are accessible over the internet to perform our tasks over the internet by remote connection. So in this way, there is no need to purchase the entire physical setup to do our tasks. We just need to pay some rent to the service provider and our job is done. So this is the benefit of cloud computing. We get access to different servers and we can make use of those servers just by sitting in our own desktop through the internet. We can make use of those servers to perform our tasks, and this is all possible through cloud computing. So that's the benefit of cloud computing. Now these are some of the attributes of cloud computing which are essential for any cloud network. Firstly, scalability. Like the cloud network must be able to expand as per the demand. Secondly, low latency. The response time of the network must be very much small. Thirdly, the performance must be guaranteed. Fourth, extensible management. And fifth, and the most important one is self-healing resilience. Because as the cloud network operates 24 into 7, so the downtime is not an option. So the network must be able to heal itself. So that's an important feature which a cloud network must have. So now we will move on to the essential characteristics of cloud computing. Firstly, on-demand self-service. Like there must not be any third person involved while we are accessing the cloud server or any storage devices through cloud. So we must be able to access it on our own and as per our need. Secondly, broad network access. We must be able to access the cloud network through any computing devices like laptops, desktops, tablets, or smartphones. Thirdly, resource pooling. So the cloud network must be able to handle multiple customers at the same time. Fourth is rapid elasticity. So as per the need of the user, the network must be able to expand or shrink. And fifth is the measured service. So a user pays only what he uses. So he can increase his use or decrease his use as per his need and pay accordingly. So That's how he can save a lot. Now let us see the cloud architecture. So in the first figure you will see that this is the there is the structure of a cloud which we normally visualize. So inside the cloud what you will see that it is the cloud servers. It has the servers which are being accessed by users through the browser or the tablet or mobile phones or other devices. So these cloud servers are being accessed by the users. So this is the cloud architecture in its simplest way. So now moving to the next figure, you will see that this client infrastructure can be considered as your browser. This is the front end part, which is from where the user is being able to access the cloud, which is backend through the internet. So this client infrastructure is your front end, which might be your web browser, and you are accessing the cloud server through the internet. So this is the backend is the cloud infrastructure which is being accessed by you via the internet. So this is another cloud architecture which clearly shows how we as a user can access the cloud through the internet. So now we will move to our next topic, which is cloud deployment models. Cloud deployment models represents a specific type of cloud environment which are primarily distinguished by ownership, access or size. So there are basically three common cloud deployment models, which are public cloud, private cloud and hybrid cloud. Public cloud, as the name suggests, are open to the public. Public clouds are owned and managed by third-party cloud service provider which deliver their computing services like servers and storage over the internet. So anyone can access and use it by paying accordingly. So some examples of public cloud service providers are Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud. So these are the most common public cloud service providers. So next we will move on to private cloud. Now private cloud is contrast to the public cloud isn't available to the public. It is built specifically for some organization to fit its need. So it may be managed internally by the company or by third party and be hosted internally or externally. So finally now it's hybrid cloud, which is the mixture of private cloud and public cloud. A hybrid cloud is a combination of private cloud combined with use of public cloud services, allowing data and applications to move between private and public clouds. So this model gives business greater flexibility and more deployment models. So as I have already said you all that the most common cloud service providers are Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud. Now in this world of computing, there are basically three different types of cloud based services that are available over the internet. So firstly it's infrastructure as a service, second platform as a service, and thirdly software as a service. So these are the three cloud services that are available, which we will discuss in the coming pages. Now we will discuss infrastructure as a service, which is one of the cloud based services. So as I've already given you one example of this type of services in which I said that we will be using the cloud server to perform our job. So we will be using the infrastructure of the service provider to do our job. So in this type of services, the organization use their own applications on the service provider's infrastructure. So the key features of this type of services, which is also called IaaS. So instead of purchasing hardware resources, we pay for rent for the resources available to us through the cloud. So the infrastructure is scalable depending upon our needs. So we can increase the size of the infrastructure as per our need. Thirdly, it saves enterprises cost because installing the physical servers are costly and the data is on the cloud. There is no single point of failure. Now moving on to platform as a service. So in this type of cloud-based services allows customers to develop, run and manage applications without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure typically associated with developing and launching an app. So these are for the developers and this type of services make it easy for the developers to build their application. So some of the feature of platform as a service are PaaS provides a platform with tools to text, develop and host application in the same environment as already discussed. It enables organizations to focus on development without having to worry about the underlying infrastructure. It provides managed security, operating system, server software and backups. And it facilitates collaboration work even if teams work remotely. And that's all through cloud. So some of the example of platform as a service are uh, Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure, and there are many more such platforms which provide application development tools. Now we have the third type of cloud-based services, and in this type of services we get access to servers, softwares over the internet. So a cloud computing offering that provides users access to vendors cloud-based services. So users do not install application on their local device. Instead of installing this application on their local device, they use this application over the internet and the applications will be running in some other devices. So these are the software as a service. Some of the features of this type of cloud service is SaaS provides vendors provide users with software and application on a subscription model. Users do not have to manage, install or upgrade software. And data is secure in the cloud and use of resources can be scaled depending on service needs. Some of the companies who are providing cloud-based software services are Google Docs, iCloud, Dropbox, and many more. So in our daily lives, we use so many softwares, online softwares in our smartphones or laptops, which are actually running on a cloud server. So these all applications are being provided by software-based cloud service providers. So finally, we will move to the conclusion and I hope that you have understood what is cloud and cloud computing all about and what actually happens in a cloud network. So cloud computing has quickly become one of the most prominent buzzwords in the IT world due to its revolutionary model of computing as a utility. It promises increased flexibility, scalability and reliability while promising decreased operational and support cost. So this is clear. Despite the potential gains achieved from the cloud computing, the organizations are slow in accepting it due to security issues and challenges associated with it. So security is one of the most important issue that is faced by cloud computing till now. The idea of handling over important data to another company is worrisome. So that is what worries most of the customers is handling of their data to some other companies. So these are also the some of the advantages or disadvantages of cloud computing which we need to upon. So with this I finally end my presentation and would like to thank you all for being here.